Okay. On we go to the deepest part of the castle. Bro, do we get to see a god talk about a celestial nail? Fucking finally.
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by itself? Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
Also, shout out to us recurring to the chasm in a damn different quest line. That makes it give me hope of returning to Anakomia at some point.
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Tevat long ago.
Rifts of Tevat?
It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist in Tevat. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form.
Like the oozing filth?
Yep. It's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water surface. Another strange metaphor, but Paimon somehow gets this one.
Strange. Make sure
what the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing filth.
That tells me a lot. So, the spikes, she just said it, the spikes were used to fight the Abyss and repair rifts. So most likely where spikes are giant rifts of abyssal portals? Maybe. Places where the abyssal rifts that spew out forbidden knowledge. So if a spike hits it, it sealed it and purifies it into something else, altering it into a processable thing of this world. Which makes you think, if King Deshret's civilization got hit by a giant needle, and the same thing with Dragonspine and Surumi Island and the Chasm, all these places are places that were hit with forbidden knowledge, which apparently was used to fight the Abyss. So the Abyss and forbidden knowledge are linked, and now, she said before, first they didn't fight with the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge that came after. So Celestia arrived on this planet, and we know they're aliens that came from a different place because they're not from this planet, from the Bucca Sun. And then the Abyss started spreading forbidden knowledge, and then the same heavens, who aren't from this world, struck them down, deeming that the abyssal knowledge was knowledge not of this world. That makes me think that the Abyss isn't from the origin of this world, and that there was the primordial one who was the first who came, Celestia would be the second, and then the Abyss would be the third, and then our character is the fourth.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here. Let's go and take a look.
Interesting. So now we know what the nails were doing. They were sealing rifts caused by forbidden knowledge. They weren't just striking civilizations that were very advanced, that could rival the gods, like everyone thought they were. This kind of changes everything, literally. Kind of perfectly puts in perspective what was going on.
Look! It's over there! Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
Yes.
Yep! We know what to do! We'll just use the lumen stone on the oozing concretion!
Excuse me while I grab all of you. See the water.
Game's up. Time's over. Gotcha. Quick.
Haven't played Oozing Filth for a long time.
Oh, we finally managed to rescue it!
Interesting.
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
Yeah, but he was concealed in some damn, it was
That
concealed.
light!
You good, bro?
Wait. Something dark is coming out. Something's not right!
Has a withering zone coming right up.
What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it was purified?
No.
Maybe it's because such a long amount of time has passed.
Those encased with
Although the
forbidden
power
knowledge.
of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still a form of dangerous power. It might have lost its mind after being soaked in it for such a long time.
Oh no! But we still have tons of questions we need to ask! I should be able to purge it with my elemental power.
This is definitely connected to forbidden knowledge.
But this is our only chance.
I said no, I mean I can purify it. Can't go through that again.
Traveler!
I'm a little anxious. Bro.
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself. Let's see if we can think of another way.
Oh, yeah! You said that the elemental power in the crystal was identical to theirs.
You want to use its power, but
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution.
We're running out of time to save
It's
this
risky
thing.
to use its power without fully understanding its intended use.
That's true.
Don't understand. This no good, that no good. Save lives, important.
You're right,
Yes,
elemental
I
fungus.
understand, but this is our only chance to return home. We cannot afford to be careless.
it's okay. There's no need to argue. I'll think of something to do about the elemental power that will be used. How about this? Traveler, you could try using it.
We purified the vault
I
before.
understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Well, because we're not from this world, so it doesn't even exist to us.
Don't overdo it, Traveler. Paimon will be worried.
We'll be fine. Not our first time purifying beings. Not sure why we're acting like our blood can't purify stuff. We literally purified corruption from a god the first second we landed
Lord
in
of
this world
Dendro,
with nothing.
and you others. How long have I been waiting here?
Yay! Looks like it worked!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean the apocalypse has come to an end? Wait, did you get smaller again?
Again.
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory is highly unreliable at the moment. I can't seem to remember who you are.
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable memories you speak of. You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable.
I feel like Ruka Devata understood everything that was going to happen if she purged the forbidden knowledge. I mean, I guess, probably purged it on a small scale and saw the results before.
Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take place. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word.
Yeah, she still did
My
it.
sacrifice is nothing compared to
Even without her
your
memory,
result.
she still managed to do it.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be stronger than this.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to change the power of the apocalypse into a different form.
Huh?
Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. But the moment I chose to go through with it is the moment I lost my chance of being rescued by the Lord of Dendro. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand. As you can see, I won't last much
So
longer.
confusing. So he went to the giant spike to change forbidden knowledge, but isn't the spike used to fight Abyss and forbidden knowledge? I guess the spike was, she didn't say it was used to fight forbidden knowledge. It was used to seal Abyssal Rift. So it's weird. We know forbidden knowledge comes after. I wonder if forbidden knowledge is just simple. Well, it's not simply. Like, it's like knowledge of the abyss itself. Because if the spike was used to fight abyssal rifts, and we know that Celestia came first, and then we know forbidden knowledge came after. Kind of fight with the, if I'm correct, when I say Celestial second, or Celestials, or Celestial, whatever the fuck it is, the second, and the Abyss is third. Use the spikes to seal them into the world. And anytime they try to get out, or any knowledge of them being sealed, is abyssal knowledge. the spikes weren't really there to like weren't there to purify abyssal knowledge, like forbidden knowledge. It was to seal abyssal knowledge, which then became forbidden by its rule set. And now someone like him came in and changed that forbidden knowledge that was spewing out into something else. You know, it's corrupting the world. Which makes you wonder, if it was corrupting the world, why wouldn't the guys in charge do something about that in the first place?
I understand, and I'm sorry, but can you please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. Thankfully, it appears to be in good condition. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's Heart of Oasis operates. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing the end of its power. However, if you are able to reactivate its Heart of Oasis using the Fire Seed, then the Dendro Dragon will begin to recover.
Well,
And as a result, our homeland will return to the way it once was.
Oh, so the Heart of Oasis is Apep's source of power.
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now. That's what it's used for.
yeah.
What? You used the Fire Seed to save me?
Mm-hmm. Why? What's wrong?
That's... never mind. It's not your fault. You didn't know. The Fire Seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful, yet fragile at the same time. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents, please don't use it again.
Since I am its creator, I will take responsibility for it. I assure you there's no need to worry.
Alright. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the Fire Seed can also resonate with the Heart of Oasis. In other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following the guidance of the Fire Seed. But you should hurry. There is little time to waste.
Lovely.
What about you?
Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home, including you.
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be saved by the Lord of Dendro. Lord of Dendro, I thank you for coming to find me, and for being willing to save the Dendro Dragon. Our past has been saved, and our future has been ensured.
Now he returns
It's
to the
enough
good.
for me, just knowing that they will return home.
Hey, wait! It turned into oozing filth.
Back into knowledge.
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still feel its elemental power. Please, of all of us, it deserves the chance to return home the most.
Well, he was the warrior.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to its original elemental form and is becoming one with the other family members. Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish has come true, and it's very happy right now.
Because its external form doesn't matter, right?
Yes, because our external form does not matter,
Interesting.
and our home has been saved.
We'll focus on the
There
endless
is
from Halo
nothing
Infinite.
more important than being together with family.
Let's go!
You got it, Animal Pointless. Let's go save a pet.
Home.
She's right at the home. I'm not sure your home exactly exists anymore. But hey, maybe it does. Maybe I'm not smoking crack. We can talk about the. Oh, okay, lovely. I love landing on a
It's not
waypoint.
much further. Follow me. We're close now.
Another chunk of the goddamn desert I have to explore. I haven't even 100% this part of the desert. 81, that's actually pretty high. That's actually really high for like not doing anything. Like I have not actively explored any or done puzzles, but whatever. Ooh, maybe this part of the desert will have new music. Which probably means I have to look up the new music disc in this part of the desert. Son of a bitch, bro.
I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close.
No, Lilipar's with me.
This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
Lovely. Fucking base cannon.
Take it easy.
Lovely.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way.
Hey, Lilipar, can you help us?
Hey, look! Something's over there!
We found it. Apep, the Dendro Dragon.
Paimon knew it would be big, but not that big!
Nigga's huge, bro. It looks like he's on the skybox.
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain. Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the desert.
Apep, we're here to save you.
Yeah, bro, we're here to save
I
you.
do not need saving, especially not by you, brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow. You're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a moment?
Let go. For only a moment.
And then what, regain it when she's healed? Healed? No, you gotta let go forever.
You will find no gratefulness from me, even if you heal me. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the 7 nations.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am gravely ill, my mind remains clear. I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
What is that exactly?
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall do the same soon enough.
Hey, don't leave!
Careful, something's coming.
Ah, what is that? Paimon's never seen that before!
What the fuck
It's
is
our
that?
family.
Huh?
Huh? They're your family too? But they don't look anything like fungi.
External form not important. Inner nature say.
The composition of their elemental power is identical to ours. In other words, they're residents of our homeland.
Okay, cool.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of our family members never made it out of the Dendro Dragon. They've gradually taken this form in order to survive the apocalypse.
Motherfuckers look
Is
like
there any way to avoid fighting them?
some Zelda-ass creatures.
Hey, can you guys talk? We're here to rescue you!
No, that doesn't sound like they can talk. Yeah, I don't think they're responding.
They've given it their all just to survive.
Jesus.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from their pain.
We can't waste it.
All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so. Everything else has been discarded in the process of adaptation.
So this is the result of forbidden knowledge.
Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across Teyvat?
Yeah, reduce the basics. Yeah, it would. That's kind of the point why you had to
Like
remove
fish
it.
struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Did we not listen to what she said? Our world became gray and awful. We need to deal with them first.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with them. They are not evil in nature. All they want to do is survive.
Yeah, we won't kill them. We'll just beat their ass.
Solidify!
The wind knows it. Busted.
Come on.
Gotcha.
Don't worry.
Paimon thinks they used up all their strength. They don't seem aggressive anymore.
Perfect. Let's walk right past
They
them.
want to go home.
Same as us.
Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form?
We're back at
Years of
Apep.
torment is what turned them into their current state. Their external form has become their shackles. It seems only the Fire Seed or Apep's Heart of Oasis can save them.
So let's save
But
Apep.
it'll be risky if we use the Fire Seed again.
So let's save Apep.
Correct. We cannot use the Fire Seed again.
Everyone goes home, not just us.
This is becoming quite the dilemma.
Let me think for a second.
Bro, if we just save Apep.
It's fine. Let's use the power of the Fire Seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert
Oh,
like this.
Christ almighty. Just save Apep and put them back inside.
Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll become unstable. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem. Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I've come to understand that during our travels. I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to use you and your experience and try speaking to Apep again. After all, that giant Dendro dragon is also your family. Maybe it would listen.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro. I will never forget your kindness.
Yes!
Yes, bitch.
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Crazy. We're gonna doom this fucking dragon.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited.
Damn, man.
To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
Yeah, it doesn't really take that much time.
Because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
Once again, she was able to. She's gaining energy based off their knowledge. Kind of like how the Aranara work, and she evolved into a more advanced form of the shroom. Much like how when a god expends a ton of knowledge, or a ton of energy, they become an infantile version. So that makes... Wonder if you were to pump a ton of energy into a god, or someone like Paimon.
This is the
She'd
last
grow.
part. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. I'm telling you that. What the... No, my shield off. Lava. On cooldown. Yeah, I don't have any actual points. I get to see the pink version of those things, so... Like the pink flying versions. That might be a completely different quest, actually, now I think about it. Even though it showed, like, you are survivors of the apocalypse. And it showed, like, the pink things. That might not be their actual form. There's been plenty of times where they've shown certain cutscenes and had dialogue play over. Like the, what was it? There was a boss fight. It's in Alhaitham's quest where it's like, filthy humans! And they show, like, a creature and it's like, oh, they show, like, the way newt. And it's all like, filthy humans! And it's, like, from fucking Alhaitham's quest, and it's like, what? But they play the dialogue over the way newt fight. Killer Troll be balling. Ah yes, this big ass zone that was never explained.
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lives?
We can't go any further. Why not? There's a big ass tunnel right in front of us.
Yeah. Who knows what's inside that cave?
I can tell you, a big ass Dendro Dragon.
Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside of it.
Lovely.
That will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate with us.
Can't forcefully do it?
How are we gonna do that? It doesn't seem to want to help at all.
Beat its ass down and heal
I'll
it.
see what I can do. Apep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its orders. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden knowledge. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences get in the way.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to listen.
So weird that God hates dragons and humans. We know that the dragons have existed since the beginning of time. But have gods on the world since the beginning of time?
I don't care about what you
Look,
believe
Venti
in,
is a
who you
sprite
hate, or
on
what
the
you've
world.
done in the name of hatred. Nor do I expect you to be grateful. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to return home. And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning. Rather than continuing to fight, you should consider the life you've produced.
No response.
Probably gave
Your
it easy.
eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful?
I don't think they should give a fuck. You gotta grab onto me, little fairy.
Please keep everyone safe.
No,
And
no.
send us to the homeland.
Nahida, where are we?
Let's go!
And what about the Traveler? Where'd he go?
I'm on Nahida scenes. This is what I wanted.
was only
when-
able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at different locations.
That's what I planned when they finally have Jacob and the Visionless show up, where the dude who's the third descender, who was able to use the all the elementals with the fake vision, and the other Visionless,
Well,
where he and Paimon
then
travel
let's go
together.
have a look up ahead. Paimon's feeling really worried.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much. The Traveler's no pushover.
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon isn't used to not having the Traveler around. Let's hurry. He might be just up ahead.
What do you mean you're not used to having the Traveler around? What? How did you exist before the Traveler? Real question, by the way. Hey, it's like the stained glass that's on Farazan's outfit.
What's that?
The hell is
That
this?
should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore Apep with elemental power. The damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it! We still need to find the Traveler!
Alright, hang on.
Lovely. You're gonna relight it and the Traveler's gonna have to fight this image.
Wait! The fire seed! What happened?
Whoops, broke it.
It shattered.
Oh my goodness.
It was even more unstable than I expected.
Shouldn't have wasted it.
Why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person? But if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to simply shatter, unless...
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed. Which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no.
First save the desert.
Wait, let's put that aside for a moment.
That was a
The
1,000
fire
years
seed
ago.
has shattered. Wouldn't that mean we came all this way for nothing?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you know what we should do now, Nahida? Oh, come on, Paimon, think!
Combine your energy.
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. The fire seed is technically just a ball of highly concentrated elemental power. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better understanding of it when I turned into a fungus. So, all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own. And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
You're gonna become the fire seed?
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
What happens if you keep getting smaller?
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born.
So you become a
I will
branch.
be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only lose your appearance, but you'll lose your emotions, memories, and who knows what else?
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that Apep is facing right now.
No, wait! There has to be another way. Besides, what will Sumeru do if you turn into a twig?
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, he definitely wouldn't let you go through with it. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility, then we never would have agreed in the first place.
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're out of options. Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken, then the eagle will be grounded forever.
No. Please, no, Nahida! The fire seed shattered, and she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
I knew it, but I knew they were gonna sacrifice us. Once she started evolving, Warden.
Such a short
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
What in the goddamn is that?
Thank you for protecting me from elemental power. Goodbye. We may never meet again.
Here my oasis.
I will wait for you no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Here comes the catch. No, my sword!
Yeah! Commit it to memory. Yeah! Ha! Share my knowledge.
Stabilize!
Actually, her ult makes way more sense now. Seeing this, like how the shrine looks, the oasis.
Outlines your fate. Huh? Witness
It's almost like it's a mirror image. Well, not mirror image. Not mirror at all.
the birds call. Busted.
Like it's that same design. Oh, this music's fucking banging everywhere. So it's the Warden of Oasis Prime.
Solidify!
No, my...
the wonderful weather. It's snow, which means light. It will be long.
Into the what, bro? I'll do that. Holy shit. Oh man, I know that was some fucking Fire Emblem type music.
Can you hear Paimon? Say something! You Fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? And let us know that you're alright.
I know you're sad, Paimon, but they're dead.
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and released. They are no longer able to respond to you.
Okay, so that thing, that fucking thing, that's not the dragon. Okay, so the big ass fucking creature that was in the skybox that isn't real is the dragon. Okay, so maybe Apep is an actual sovereign lord because they're fucking massive.
The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power, just as they did. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
But that's different! They won't ever be the same.
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. That's how it's destined to be. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me, Apep. Sumeru will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me. The feeling of peace.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me, destroying you and your people serves me no purpose.
Usurper from beyond the heavens.
Be that as it may, my position still stands, and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Heesh, who can put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistakes. Before you begin resting, there is one last thing I would like to know. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon King?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse.
This is the first Descender and the second. This is what she's referring to. It has to be.
In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash.
Ooh, Notlin.
But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky.
Okay, that explains the Dandelius line, to that thing where she says, the Pyro Archon will share the secrets of why the victor of wars must burn them to ash. That tells me that we'll learn about the first Descender and the second Descender and Notland. Okay. Also, as I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world and the verge of the collapse, I was stopped by a giant... So the spike was sent to stop her from collecting abyssal forbidden knowledge. Or Apep. So one of the dragons.
Sand dunes arose where there was only forest. And it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that the era of the dragons was over.
Okay. So it wasn't King Deshret that got this place nailed. It was Apep that got the place hit by the fucking nuclear missile. That wiped out the entire civilization. He probably... Okay, so he shared forbidden knowledge. So he most likely talked to Apep. And because of his mind... like sharing thing, shared the knowledge of the people, corrupted them, and the Celestial Nail said, fuck it, I'm clearing all this forbidden knowledge up. So probably what causes Celestial Nail is a spike in forbidden knowledge. Once it hits like a certain threshold, it's nailed the bitch.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun Al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, all the knowledge he came to accumulate would belong to me.
And his knowledge was forbidden.
At that time, I still harbored deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King finally returned, the world had irrevocably changed.
So Dragon King died in return?
Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some died, leaving behind nothing but their bones, while others chose to flee after experiencing pain and agony. But for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart, even to this day. I will follow it until the end of my time.
You really are insane.
When Alachmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed and absorbed his elemental power.
That's happened to King Deshret.
However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I gained the apocalypse.
So you collected forbidden knowledge, got struck by a giant-ass nail, which destroyed Alakmar's civilization. Or I guess destroyed Sumeru. Alakmar designed a civilization, and you ate him and gained forbidden knowledge. Or he built his kingdom in the forest. Then you swallowed him and destroyed everything. Everything got destroyed.
I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believe that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan.
It was a trap? He intended for you to be there?
Tiny Booer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go? I wonder.
A life so dear and precious? Who's she referring to there?
Hey! Looks like we've been sent back out! Still in one piece, too!
Get out of my
The
house.
dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy again.
Sweet, we can whoop her ass.
It's
Yeah.
not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more open to reason.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick.
I'm sure.
Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
We have to kill more people. Bro, Sumeru's quest is just killing brown people and curing mental illness. Good God. Bringing it home was supposed to be a happy occasion. I don't think it was ever going to be a happy occasion, bro. It's just lost its meaning. Not really. They made it home. Seems fine to me. I mean, did you really expect them to survive? I mean, did you really expect to be able to see them either? Like, you think, oh, we brought them home, everything would be happy, hunky-dory? Once we brought them home, we would never see them, I guess.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost their memories of their journey and their feelings for their homeland.
Yeah, let's like the
Each
Aranara.
opportunity
The
for
forest will
growth is
remember.
unique in its own way. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time.
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
They are family.
Family. Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return.
Oh yeah! Let's hurry